Hey there, learners. My name is Karan, and welcome to Get Set Code at Newton School. I'm a software developer at Citrix, and I'm currently working on Python, Java, and React. I've been mentoring at Newton School for over 5 months now, and I have experience in hosting multiple programming workshops on various topics like data structures, Python, React, etc. So, what is Newton School? Newton School is a platform which prepares you for a career in tech. It has courses specially designed for freshers, working professionals, and also for women with no prior technical background. First, Newton School trains you for 6 months and helps you become an amazing full stack developer. It also has a network of more than 300 great companies who hire from Newton School. So once the training is complete, Newton School also ensures that its students are placed with some of the best companies in the country. And the best part about all this is that Newton School has a pay only after placement program under which you don't have to pay Newton School anything until and unless you are placed with a minimum CTC of rupees 5 lakhs. So Launchpad is an initiative taken by Newton School for people who want to start coding from scratch and learn the basics of different programming languages for absolutely free of cost. This video would also be available in the Launchpad section of Newton School. There you can practice several quizzes and assignments related to this course.
Just visit the Newton School website, sign up for free to get started with coding on the Newton School's playground, which supports all the major programming languages.
So let's talk about React.js now. What is React.js? React.js is basically a JavaScript library built and maintained by Facebook. According to the creator of React.js, it is an efficient, declarative, and flexible open source JavaScript library for building simple, fast, and scalable front ends of web applications. Ever since its launch, it has taken the front end development space by storm. The latest survey by Stack Overflow also revealed that React.js is the most loved web framework, with Angular ranking at ninth on the same list. Some benefits of React.js include high development speed, flexible due to its modular structure, complex apps run extremely fast. React is fairly easy to learn. You just need to know the basics of JavaScript, and also it can be used for developing mobile native apps on both Android and iOS. Without any further delay, let's dive straight into a little more about React and what you can expect from the course.
I already mentioned that React is declarative, efficient, and flexible. Let's see what these terms actually mean. Declarative programming is like describing the picture, where imperative programming is the instruction for painting the picture. Declarative programming makes the code 1. More readable. Programs that are easier to read because it hides the lower level detail. In declarative programming, we don't even know about the lower level details of the system. 2. Easier to reason about. The code we write is easier to reason about because it is much abstracted and we describe the solution instead of the procedure. Example: CSS is a nice example of declarative programming. In CSS, we are actually defining how the element should look like, and the browser takes care of implementing that for you. Second, SQL is a domain-specific language used in programming and designed for managing data held in a relational database. We don't care about any data structure the database is using to store the data. Moving on, how is React efficient? Each React application begins with a root component and is composed of many components in a tree formation. Components in React are functions that render the UI based on the data it receives. Users interact with the UI and cause this data to change. Whether the interaction involves clicking a button, tapping on an image, dragging list items around, AJAX requests invoking APIs, etc. All those interactions only change the data. They never cause the UI to change directly. Here, data is everything that defines the state of the web application and not just what you have stored in your database. Even bits of front-end states, example which tab is currently selected or whether a checkbox is currently checked or not, are part of this data. Whenever there is a change in this data, React uses the component functions to re-render the UI, but only virtually. Let's say UI1 is your current UI and there is a change in the data and hence a new UI is rendered virtually called UI2. React computes the difference between the current UI1 and the UI2 by applying a comparison algorithm on the two versions of the virtual DOM. React then proceeds to apply only the UI changes to the real UI on the browser. Since it only applies the changes to the real UI, React achieves efficiency. Finally, how is React flexible? It is easier to update and manage due to its modular structure. It is also easily scalable. It lets you compose complex UIs from small and isolated pieces of code called components. So why React? Why is React perfect for you to get started, and why React has taken the front-end development space by a storm? It's easy to learn. React compared to other popular front-end frameworks like Angular and Vue is much easier to learn. In fact, it's one of the main reasons why React has gained so much traction in little time. It helps businesses quickly build their projects. Since React is a simple framework that is easy to learn and get started, businesses and big brands are more inclined towards it. It helps to build richer user interfaces. Today, the quality of user interfaces in an application plays an important role. If the user interface is poorly designed, then it lowers the chances of an application to succeed. But if an application has high quality UI, then there are better chances that your users will love to use the app. It allows writing custom components. React comes with JSX, an optional syntax extension which makes it possible to write your own components. These components basically accept HTML coding and also make all subcomponent rendering a delightful experience for the developers. It uplifts developers' productivity. Frequent updates often turn into headaches when an app has a complex logic and when a single modification in one component can dramatically affect other components. But to combat this problem, Facebook has amplified React with the component reusability feature. Component reusability in React basically allows developer to redeploy the same digital objects. This approach basically provides better code maintenance and growth as each component in React has their own internal logic, which is easy to manipulate and as a result boosts the productivity of application development. It offers fast rendering. When you are building a complex high-load app, it becomes mandatory to define the structure of the app in the beginning since it can impact the performance of your app. In simple words, the DOM model is tree structured, so a minor modification at a higher level can awfully impact the user interface of an application. To solve this, React introduced a virtual DOM feature. This approach, as a result, helps to maintain high app performance and guarantees a better user experience. It is SEO friendly. For any online business, search engine optimization is the gateway to success. The lower the page load time and the faster the rendering speed, the higher the app will rank on Google. Thanks to the fast rendering, React compared to other frameworks significantly reduces the page load time, which greatly helps businesses in securing the first rank on Google search engine result page. It comes with useful developer toolset. Learning emerging technologies and using them in real life projects can both be fun and beneficial, but only if they are used correctly. Facebook understands this, and it's for this reason they have added much needed React Dev Tools and Chrome Dev Tools in their React.js framework. These React tools basically help developers discover child and parent components, observe component hierarchies, and inspect components' present state and props. Strong community support. React has a very strong community support, which is one of the main reasons to adopt React.js in your project. Every day, a large number of individual React developers are contributing towards making React a better front-end framework. It offers better code stability. React follows the downward data flow to ensure that parent structure don't get affected by any modification in its child structure. So whenever a developer makes a change in an object, he or she needs to only modify its states and make proper amendments. This way, only a specific component will be updated. This data flow and structure as a result provide better code stability and smooth performance of the application. It is used by many Fortune 500 companies. Still doubt whether to use React or not? Check out some inspiring examples of React solutions. Thousands of companies, including some Fortune 500 companies, have chosen React.js for their websites and mobile apps. Airbnb, Tesla, Tencent, and Walmart are among the top brands that build their mobile apps using React Native framework. React Web Framework, on the other hand, is currently being utilized by famous companies including Netflix, PayPal, NASA, BBC, Lyft, and New York Times, to name just a few. Finally, the expectations from the course. We'll be covering the fundamentals of React, states, props, components, hooks, etc. We'll be also setting up the local development environment so we can start building the React applications. We'll be learning how to build the React applications, and finally, you'll be doing a real life React project.
We'll be diving deeper into React in the future videos. Please hit the bell icon so that you're updated whenever the next video is uploaded. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram or LinkedIn so that you can hit me up with any queries or doubts you might have regarding this video series. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.